stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Hello.
Welcome to the Seth Williams Show with Chris Aiken. It is a Wednesday afternoon. How you feeling today, my friend?
Wonderful. Not great.
Well, that's one of the things we're going to get into today. We'll talk about it in a little bit. I think I know why you're not feeling good.
All right. Well, enlighten me. 'Cause
Well, I will in a little bit. Because I sent you a video. We got to go through some of that.
Sure.
I've been texting back and forth with the Flat Earth guy for the past 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
So, I wish he could join the show today to talk, but apparently he cannot. It was a little bit short notice for everybody, but I wish
Does
I
he
had
think
one.
today's the day?
No, but there's a lot to get into when it comes to what
Okay.
him and I are talking about.
Sure.
But in case people are new to the show, the Flat Earth guy does believe the Earth is flat, and to be honest with you, I have a lot of I back him up a little bit on some of this stuff. It really does seem to be something that I could get behind and believe when you see the amount of proof that he has.
Sure.
So this is like the week from hell for me. Like I am battling sadness, depression, anger, and fear, all kind of different things.
Why?
And that's just Facebook. Yeah.
I was going to say,
Because-
I think it's been a pretty quiet week news-wise.
No, it has not. You don't understand. Like, I really have been battling on Facebook. I'll get into that, too, shortly. But this week is my daughter's graduation, man.
Right.
So on Friday, she officially graduates from high school, like gets the diploma and all that stuff. I'm hoping that it's signed and stuff. I mean, like, when I had my graduation, I was such like a dumb bastard when it came to like school that I literally had detention my entire senior year because I had cut so many days in my junior year. And so I was lucky that they didn't just kick me out altogether. And so the punishment, instead of kicking me out of St. Ignatius High School, was to give me detention for my entire senior year. So I couldn't leave when the bell rang. I had to stay every single day.
Oh, that sucks.
And then I had to set up the graduation, too. Like, we had our graduation at John Carroll. And I had to set up all the chairs for all the people that were going to be at the graduation.
Right.
And so it took forever today, and it was 912 degrees outside. And my fat butt almost melted to death out there. And so when I was walking across the stage to get my diploma, I talked to the president, principal, and everyone. And I was like, "Is it actually signed? Because I'm not leaving the stage unless
Right.
the diploma is signed. I did everything you told me to do." And I said, don't worry, it's fine. I got to know them very well from staying after school every day. I mean, I came in the morning and had to go to the office immediately, and they had donuts waiting for me. I mean, it was really, I should blame them for missing my leg, to be honest.
It's the school's fault. You have to sue them.
I should sue them because they bought me donuts. That's how well they knew me every day. But she gets her diploma, and then I think it's like just under 3 months then before she's out for good.
Right.
And she leaves the house, and I am and my wife, we are officially empty nesters.
Sounds like a good thing, man.
It does not to me, dude. You don't understand. Like, yeah, I understand everybody. You know, as kids, you have your kids, and you've gone through all this stuff, but for me, I was always the one that was kind of home there with my daughter. Like, we kind of have our own special little bond kind of thing.
Right.
You know, she was my buddy, not just my daughter. I mean, we played video games together for 18 years. I mean, we were at Burger King every morning. The girls at Burger King got to know us by name.
Right.
Because we were there so often hanging out and saying hi to them. And, you know, they dropped 50 nuggets as soon as I walked. Like, I was the Norm Peterson of Burger King. Seth, drop 50. I mean, that was how it was when I walked into but I was always with her. We go see movies together. We do all this, you know, all the fun stuff. I take her to Memphis Kitty Park. It was always just kind of me and her hangout time because either my wife was working, whatever.
Right.
And so we just had that a little bit more closeness.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I think about like Saturday mornings while my wife is at work now and my daughter takes off when she's going to be in college, and I'm going to be sitting here by myself going, well, what am I going to do with my life? No.
Right.
Like there's going to be a void, like an emptiness that I'm going to miss. You know, at night, my wife likes to sit on the couch, play on her phone, play her games, and look at social media, whatever.
Sure.
Me and my daughter kind of sitting in the living room, talking and hanging out and watching some TV together, and all that's going to be gone. You know, I'm going to miss the little things and saying, "Hey, honey, what do you want for dinner tonight?" and picking it up for her or whatever, making her dinner. And
man, you are really turning this into a thing.
What do you mean? Well, it's gone. All that's gone.
Yeah, but dude, this is such minor stuff. It'll fill with new stuff. It'll fill with new stuff. You'll find new ways.
I don't see how. I really don't.
Of course you don't, because it hasn't happened yet.
But what? What am I going to?
What do you think? Do you think I was a ghost to my kids up until graduation, and then, you figure it out. You'll develop a different relationship with your kid.
All right, can we be honest here, though, Chris? I mean,
I'll be as honest as you want.
Don't take this the wrong way.
Yeah.
You're a dick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you don't seem to be like as emotional as I am. I shouldn't say dick. That's not the right word. You're not as emotional as I am. You're a little bit more callous, I guess the word. Not a dick. You're a little bit more. I don't think. To me, I don't see that feeling side of.
I do have it. I do have that. I mean, I definitely have been accused on occasion of being overly emotional, if you can believe that. And that's a true statement. Ask John Drake. He's seen me. He's seen me be a mess. But with this kind of stuff, I don't spend my day looking at the negative, looking at why everything is bad. I look at the situation as like this situation you're going through right now. When my kids went through it, I looked at it as a total positive.
Well, I do look at
man, they're going to do this and that, and we're going to have a different relationship, and I'm not going to have to be, coddling this one anymore or that one anymore. I could treat them like adults, and that's kind of how I treated it going into it. And I did. I developed, quite honestly, I have a much better relationship with all three of my kids than I did when they were actual kids.
Oh boy, it's another Seth worries about little stuff. It's not little, dude. Maybe you don't have kids, Scooby, whatever. It's not little when your kid leaves forever. I mean, look, I do understand that it's an important thing for her to do, and she needs to go start her life, and that's important. I'm looking forward to that. I think she's a smart kid, funny kid. She's a pretty girl, and I think she'll make friends. I think she'll have a good time, and I know she'll succeed. But for me, it's over 18 years of, something that I really enjoyed now all of a sudden gone. That's not a little thing. That's a big thing. 18 years of your life gone is a big thing.
That's not gone. It isn't gone. It's just changing. It's just changing. Okay. It's not gone. She's not dying.
When you're emotional,
she's just moving.
When you were emotional with John Drake, and you said, "Oh yeah, you see it." Was it alcohol-induced emotion?
Some yes, some no. A lot of it was when my dad was dying, and I was going through my divorce and everything else. But I was a mess.
I can see that.
I was a total mess.
I'm not trying to complain. I'm just saying it's something that you don't look at your life and go, well, that's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to that.
No, but what I'm saying is you're making it bad by making it bad before it happens. Dude, if I sit here and tell myself all day long, my dinner's going to be shit, and I'm just throwing some little minor thing.
Right.
But if I tell myself all day long, man, my dinner's going to be shit, I guarantee you I'm not going to take that first bite of that meal and go, man, this is wonderful. This is the best goddamn meal I've ever had. No, I'm going to be like, time to eat this shitty meal. And then maybe I'll like it or maybe I won't, but the odds are more likely that I won't because I've already convinced myself that it's bad.
I understand. I'm setting myself up for failure. I get that. But that's not what I'm trying to do. It's just when I think about it, it just is like, oh my God, now it's going to be me and wife. So, I mean, there's good things to that. I mean, now we have, some alone time, and we also have, some party time maybe that we can get back, and, stuff that hopefully we can enjoy.
Dude, this might be, I'll just devil's advocate you here for a second.
Yeah.
This might be the very best thing to happen to your family ever. You might develop this crazy great relationship with Molly. Molly might meet and marry the dude that is like simpatico with you in every single way, that you actually love as if he was your own son. You could find that this could be better, not worse. Or maybe when she's home, you guys will have so much more fun because you both miss the time. So you go out of your way to have better time.
Tom and Scooby both. I am looking forward to new opportunities and stuff like that. I try to look at the bright side of stuff, but I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff that I'm absolutely going to miss. And I talked to a buddy of mine, Chris, who I went to high school with, and we were texting a little bit last night because his daughter is actually going to University of Cincinnati, where my daughter's going, and he sent me like a dorm room checklist and stuff like that. And I said, I'm struggling a little bit trying to be emotionally prepared for what's going to happen. I mean, it's not like we have like 5 kids, dude. I mean, it's been a 3-piece band in this house for forever. We've gone through some pretty heavy shit, man. With losing a leg and all this kind of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on.
Sure.
And so, it's going to be a different thing altogether. And I understand there's going to be good times. But he said, even when he was texting me, look, it was the hardest thing and the toughest day of my life. But, you see your daughter grow and you get through it. Mm-hmm. So, I know that's the way it's going to be. But can't you be a little bit sad about stuff every now and then?
Well, yeah, you can.
What am I supposed to do?
Being a little bit,
yeah, right, it's gone.
No, but being a little bit and being like, this is the toughest week of my life. There's 2 differences there, man.
Well, I mean, it's a little bit different because we've gone through a lot of stuff around this place. And, her actually graduating, I mean, there was a time where we were like, oh my God, we don't know what's going to happen with this girl. With all the emotional stuff that she went through, watching her dad almost die and all that kind of crap. And,
what, you don't think my kids went through that?
I'm sure they did. I mean, that's why I think you should be able to relate.
I do relate. That's what I'm saying is the thing I relate most to, though, is that, man, we've been on the air now 15 minutes. You haven't said one positive thing that you're looking forward to.
I did, too. I just
What?
Said, maybe we'll get some party time back and some different things with me and my wife that we haven't had for a long time because of having a kid all the time in the house. And it's not like we've ever lived in until recently. I mean, this is a fairly good sized house, but until we got this place, it was like her bedroom backed into our bedroom. Right. It's tough to do a whole lot of stuff in the house like that.
Yeah. Now you got to start targeting rooms to bang in that you haven't banged in before.
Every room.
There you go. So there you go. There's a positive.
Just think in 5 to 8 years, we will be a grandpa too. Dude, if I'm a grandpa, I'm going to kill somebody. Thought about that too.
What's the most painful way to die? Shotgun blast? Speeding bus? Drowning? But for many, burning alive is the most unimaginable fate. In 1994, Chris survived an industrial accident that left him with burns over 69% of his body. Just living defied all odds. In Call Me Chris, Chris Aiken shares his harrowing journey of survival, recovery, and the brutal honesty of facing life after the flames. It's raw, real, and a testament to human resilience. Get your copy of Call Me Chris today at chrisaiken.net or on Amazon. Witness the power of determination.
Well, the girl went to prom over the weekend was this guy, right? I mean, I'm sure he seemed like a nice kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Shook my hand when he came up to the door.
Sure.
And actually, she had a bag with stuff, and she went to go grab it. He's like, no, I got it for you. And like picked up her bag and opened all the doors for her and everything. I'm like, hey, look at this fine young man. And yet I remember what it was like to be that fine young man at 18 years old. And like, I don't want to think about anything other. Like when I started thinking, I was like, no, I'm going to slap this kid. He's being nice for one reason only.
Yeah, he's totally going, I got to make this guy happy so that I can go fuck his daughter.
I was like, come on, man. Like, I'm not stupid. I know what I did on prom night. I know what I did when I was 16 years old.
Dude, not to change directions too much, but why was their prom so close to graduation?
Yeah, they did that.
That's weird.
The prom has always been like Memorial Day weekend or whatever.
Like 1 week away? That's just
last year, Memorial Day weekend, she had a prom, and then the next day we went out to Pinball PA and checked out that dude singing.
Yeah.
But so it's always been. I don't know why they do it. I thought it was kind of crazy too.
It just seems like you're forcing people to come out of their pocket a lot of money before they got to come out of their pocket a lot of money.
Speaking of Tom, she was out at the Weymouth Country Club for the prom itself, and it was very nice out there.
Nice.
She wasn't a fan of the asparagus.
Takes after you.
It takes after me. Well, she actually eats that shit though.
Right.
But again, nice kid. But these are all things that, dude, being a parent, you go through this stuff. It's all new to you, and you only experience it one time before it's gone. And that goes with being a dad or proms or whatever it is, going off to college and all that kind of stuff. And again, you've gone through it. What's one of the biggest fears is what's she going to do when I'm gone? Like, I'm not going to be able to just call her every day, whenever I feel like, and she's going to answer the phone and go, yeah, Dad, what's up? It's going to be, she could be doing anything.
True.
Smoking a freaking bowl, sitting in her dorm room with some dude, and she's not going to answer the phone for me, and I'm going to start worrying about that.
Might be like the porn girls that's actually talking to you while she's holding the phone and sucking his cock. You don't know.
Right. Okay, we could stop that right there.
Oh, you don't want to hear that?
Or I'm going to be scrolling through OnlyFans and go, Molly? What the hell are you doing? We're going to go to the University of Cincinnati girls site. Oh, shit, dude. What the hell?
This is the #1 porn school in America. And look, it's Molly's dorm.
I get sick to my stomach thinking about that kind of crap.
Well,
especially, when she leaves the house,
I
tell her, when she leaves the house, I say, remember, don't do anything that I would do. Anything you could possibly think of that I would do, don't think about it. Don't do it.
Yeah, you just have to kind of... And it's easy to say. It's much harder to do. I'm not trying to say this to be condescending, like you're just being a kid or something. I mean, it's easy to give advice. It's easy to give the advice when you've been through it. But you just got to kind of adjust your expectation to grown up Molly. What you got to do somehow, and it ain't today, but it's over the course of the next year. You have to adapt your thinking. See, you still have in your mind that this is your kid. And now it's not. As of Saturday, she's not your kid anymore. As of Saturday, she's a grown-up. That's going to do grown-up shit and make grown-up mistakes. So instead of making a mistake of not doing homework, it's going to be making the mistake of not using a condom or something like that. It's like to the craziest other degree. What you have to do as the parent is trust that you did right by her to teach her the right thing so that she does the most things correctly.
Here's the problem.
And keep in contact. Keep yourself in in a good relationship, a good adult relationship
now,
with your kid.
We're going to get to politics and some other stuff in just
Sure.
minutes, but I want to say one of the things that was really wrong with everything that you just said is that you talk about having an adult relationship with her. Well, I haven't grown up yet.
Yeah, I get that.
So I am still like that 18-year-old kid that picked
Guess
her up
what? Now might be the time you have to.
Well, no, I don't want to because I want to go back to party and having a good time.
Well, you can, but with your kid's not want to. I can promise you this, and if I get nothing else right on this, I guarantee this is correct. Your kid does not want to have a relationship with her childish dad.
Wow.
That I promise you.
Well, that sucks.
That will be the quickest way to not have a relationship with your kid is if your kid cannot come to you with real adult shit and you be able to give real adult advice.
Seth, what are you going to do when you hear a guy's voice in the background while I'm talking to her? I'm going to drive to Cincinnati. What the hell do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to keep her on the phone, on my cell phone, while I drive for 3.5 hours down to Cincinnati. And it'll probably take me 2.5 because I'll be going really fast and I'll be knocking at the dorm door. But like for instance, she's a great kid. So like I was out the other day with my wife. We were doing some stuff, making some money, whatever. And I come home. My entire Star Wars collection is in a display in my bedroom that she put together with all the lights and all this kind of stuff, lightsabers everywhere, and it looks badass. She did a great job. I go into my office, and my Superman collection is all over the table, and everything's all set up nice and neat. This is her father, who she just cleaned the room for and put Superman collection and a Star Wars collection up. I'm a dick. I'm a loser, all right? I'm like a 15-year-old kid trapped in a 48-year-old's body. And every joint hurts. I'm missing a fucking leg, but yet I'm staring at literally a Superman figure bust staring at my face right now.
No, but why is she doing? But why is she doing that? Do you know?
Because she cares.
Because she's also having the fucking empty nester anxiety too. She's hanging on to it herself. Y'all are. That's normal. I'm not trying to tell you you're not being normal here. What I'm trying to tell you is don't convince yourself that it's going to be horrible. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
because it's not. It's going to be a new and exciting time, and in most people's cases, a better time. Most adults like their kids a lot more when they're adults too.
I already asked my wife if we could have another one.
Oh, stop that.
She said,
"What's wrong
no.
with you?" Yeah.
She told me no.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Seth, normal? No, I'm not. What do you want from me?
Is your wife freaking out? Habu asked the question. I'm curious about that.
Yeah, she is. She is. But again, I think their relationship is a little bit more mother-daughter.
Mm-hmm. Which is actually worse.
But, I mean, like, she's the one, my poor wife, is the one who always catches the shit if my daughter wants to get a little lippy or whatever. And I'm the one that doesn't. I mean, it's just, it's different. It's not bad.
Oh, it's definitely different. Dude, mothers and daughters, that's a fucking tough relationship there. Ooh.
But for me, it's always been fairly easy talking to her and hanging out with her and doing our thing. And, I enjoy having conversations with her and listening to her. And but whatever. Again, sorry, I'm not trying to bitch, dude. I'm just trying to,
No, I get it.
Things are going to change, and it's changing like now. So why can't I talk about it?
No,
Speaking of which, the graduation party is Saturday at the big barn over here in McIntosh Farms. Anybody wants to stop by? You have your invitation.
Seth is worried tremendously. He's going to be taking home 300 pounds of food.
1 to 4. I'm not necessarily worried about the food. Not really. I'm not concerned about that at all. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to vacation. I want to get through this week, and my dad's in town now too.
Okay.
I don't know if he's listening or not today.
Does that got you stressed out?
It does. It really does. Because I feel like, again, he could be listening, but I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. I'm sure he's heard me say this stuff before. I worry that they come over to the house and they're going to do like a white glove test. and like check everything to make sure that everything is.
Bro, you're like 50.
I know.
You don't have to answer to your dad.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do. And it stresses me out. And so, you want everything to just go well and go smooth. And then we got this graduation on Friday, and they send you down to like the State Theater, Playhouse Square, man. And the parking down there kind of sucks balls. It's supposed to rain. And then I got to, dude, why in the world did I have to have the last name Williams? Now you got to sit through 435,000 other kids before they get to my daughter's last name. She couldn't have been like Anderson. I couldn't be like an Anderson guy. And then like we could leave like 10 minutes after they start calling me stuff.
You know what though, dude? As an A last name, I can tell you can't just leave.
Why not?
Because you can't get your kid.
I got the handicap excuse. I'm out the door, dude.
No, but your kid can't leave.
Well, not my problem. Somebody else can take her home. As long as I start graduating, I got the pictures I can put on social media, and I'm good. Plus, the new Karate Kid movie comes out, man. I told my wife, can't you just go? She's not even going to know that I'm there. Take some pictures, send them to me, and I'll have them put on Facebook.
Dude, if you don't go to that, you know how fucking mental you will be for the next 10 years? You, of all people? The guy that's tweaking because your daughter's leaving for college? If you didn't see the signature moment of her life up to this point?
Again, I'm going to get it on pictures, right? I mean, Karate Kids.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. I've got videos of my boys graduating.
Of course I'm going to go.
I haven't watched them 2 times.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Of course I'm going to be there. I just, you know how boring those things are, man. You get these kids up that think they're smart and they're going to give speeches and stuff. And you should be able to just walk through the door, sit down, and just parade these kids out on stage, hand them a diploma, and get out the door.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you either. I hated graduation day, but
hell, give them refreshments as they're walking onto the stage. If they got like coffee and donuts or whatever, hand a donut to the kid, hand a piece of a pop or something, grab the diploma, and then go to your parents and leave.
Yeah. Just leave. Nobody wants to stay for all that stuff.
I mean, the party's fine. I mean, we'll have friends over and family over and whatever.
Right.
Everything else is all.
Mine sucked. It's a lot of ceremony and stuff, dude. A lot of ceremony that nobody really wants to deal with either.
I kind of agree with having like a nice ceremony when you graduate college because you don't have to go to college. College is a choice. You got to put the work in. Dude, you have to go to high school. The law says you got to go to high school.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Graduating is a big thing. I mean, you kind of had to.
Yeah. You really didn't have a whole lot of choice there. It was either do that or quit school and go work at fucking McDonald's from the time you were 15 on.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Dude, the funniest thing when my kids graduated, I think it was my son Zach. I don't remember exactly if it was Zach or Mike. One of them went out the wrong door on the graduation. Like they were supposed to walk across the stage and then come down, and then there was like a door right there, but they were supposed to weed back around and go back to their seats. And then after, I guess the principal makes some final statement or some shit, and then they throw the hats and whatever. One did it, like, because they were back to back. One did it. One didn't. One walked out, did it, made the turn, went back to his seat. The other one right out the door and gone. It's fucking funny. I just remember Georgetta was so mad. She was like, "Where's he going? Where's he going?" And then she's like, "You got to go get him." I was like, "I'm not going to get him. I don't know this place."
Trying to get tickets for this event was a nightmare.
Oh, I'll bet. Yeah, would they have the 2 ticket limit or whatever?
8 ticket limit. And so every time I get on the computer, right? So my computer sucks to begin with, but I get on the computer to try to get these tickets, right? 3 o'clock is when they send out the link, and I'm like there at 2:59, man. I click on the link as soon as it gets to my email, and it says you're up next. 1 minute wait time.
Right.
Like, all right, sweet. Then it says your turn. So all of a sudden, this map pulls up on State Theater, and I start clicking one by one, 8 seats, right?
Yeah.
I get to my 8, and it says, sorry, these tickets are no longer available.
Right.
And then I go to another 8. These tickets are no longer available. I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. I was doing this for a half hour and could not get tickets. And finally, it says all the lower section seats are gone. You got to move upstairs. I'm like, get the hell out of here. And so I go up there, and again, I get the 5, and then the other ones won't light up. Those are all gone already. I was like, what the hell do I got to do? So finally, I just called State Theater and said, look, I'm a handicapped guy. I got one leg. I can't make it upstairs. I really need to get lower seats at this place. Can you please help me?
Yeah.
And the lady goes, hang on, sir. And she found me 6 seats in one row, 2 seats in the row in front of that. And I said, perfect, thank you. And she got them for me. And we were done.
Nice.
But it's crazy, man. It took over a half hour of me trying to get tickets, and then I had to call because I couldn't get them online.
You should have called. See, there's your learning experience for you for everything that you do, man. You know, everything you do should be like, I'm handicapped. Help me.
Joe Burdick. How are you, my friend? Don't forget you were invited to the party on Saturday as well. Want to stop by? Everybody's invited. John Drake. Come on out, John Drake. You can come out to the party.
Don't invite John. Then I'm not coming.
Empty nesting sucks, but I had to remind myself the kids were in college, not prison.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is.
Go waving the Crip card again every fucking week with this guy. Hell yeah, man. I'm going to take advantage of this shit forever. I'm a cripple, and I am proud of it.
Yeah, might as well. It's not like you shouldn't get some benefit out of it.
John,
you already took the bad of it. You gave up a leg. You might as well get some of the perks.
John didn't even respond to my comment on his Facebook page, which I thought was hysterical. He said he was looking for like a plumber because his drain is all clogged up. Here's a real man. He can't even figure out how to unclog a drain. And so he was asking for people to give plumber names. I said, why don't you just shove your shitty brown season tickets down the drain? Anything would run from those. And he didn't even respond to my comment.
It's probably what plugged up his drains. Fucking $10,000 season tickets.
But yeah, it's not nice to not reply to people's Facebook stuff, John. But feel free to come out on Saturday. Big Red Barn, McIntosh Farms. Call Chris.
Call me.
And when Chris doesn't want to come out, you can bring him a sandwich.
Yeah, there you go. I expect a gourmet meal.
Yeah.
If I'm coming out to this graduation, I expect a steak or something.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how to. Yeah, I've used my grill one time in 3 years that I've.
Don't just have the steak ready. I'll show you how to cook it.
They have a snake, but it isn't strong enough. We need pros. What the hell are you putting down your drain, dude?
Yeah, what is he putting down his drain?
Pubes everywhere.
Pubes?
Clogging up his drain, dude. It's weird. Why are you shaving in the shower, dude? It's weird.
Well, knowing Johnny's shaving in the bathtub and watching it float to the top. Ooh, look at the little cloud.
Will there be enough cake? Yes, I've rectified that problem. I had to order 2 cupcake cakes from Giant Eagle.
How many toes will you be losing off the 1 foot from eating the cake?
Dude, I'm going for all 4 limbs.
Oh, you're gonna eat a lot of bad stuff?
I'm more worried about everybody else. I'm gonna sit there and say hi to people. Actually, I'm probably gonna leave and just gonna sit at the house and watch some TV. Let everybody. Those things are so awkward, man. Because you got half the room doesn't know each other.
Yeah.
It's like family members that are going to be there, and then friends or whatever, and then her friends, and who do you talk to? Everybody just sits by themselves, their own little cliques or whatever.
Dude, I'm planning on coming and sitting by myself most of the time because the only people I know is you and your wife.
Jake is going to come.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've met Jake, but I don't know Jake really. You know, I mean, I've run into some people that me and you both know that I'm sure are going to be there, but I don't know them.
Joe Burdick from Burdick Custom Flags will be there.
Well, holy shit! I'll bring my checkbook so I can get a flag. I mean, I don't know Joe. Not saying Joe's a bad guy, and not saying I wouldn't sit around. I know how it's going to be for me being there. You're the guy that does the show with Seth, right? That's how it's going to be. That is going to be what I'm going to hear.
Well, most likely I'm going to be sitting with you, dude. Who am I gonna
probably.
sit with? I'm gonna sit with you, Joe, Jake, and then that's about it, man. Oh, Jim and Sandy, his friends are coming.
John has crickets
in his drain.
Yeah, there was enough of them that could still be clogging stuff up. That's for sure. We're not doing a clean show today, in case you didn't figure that out.
Not today.
I'm glad to see that you're so astute that you picked up on that, though.
Way to go. Good job.
Great work.
So, anyways, that's what I got going on this week. Looking forward to being over because I got vacation coming up in like 3 weeks. And I may not come back from Tennessee. I may just stay down there. And I'll just do the show from there. I'll find a library with a computer and a webcam, and I'll do it from there.
Perfect. Do it from your phone. Hey, what's up?
Well, it would probably be better internet service from the mountains of Tennessee than what I get here.
Probably.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Tripp, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.
Hey, it's Chris Aiken from the Classic Metal Show, Chris Aiken Presents, and the Seth Williams Show, straight from the uncensored heart of the CMS network. We've just been crowned a certified Rumble creator, and that means we're bringing the heat. All our shows, commercial-free, baby. Advanced episode drops, sometimes months before the normal release, so you're not stuck waiting. You'll get all this plus exclusive content for Rumble Premium subscribers that'll blow your mind. And with Rumble Premium, you'll get every CMS Network show and all of Rumble's other videos with no ads and no fluff. This is our official home, Rumble. It's raw, powerful, and unfiltered. You want in? Just hit us up at rumble.com/register/Classic Metal Show to sign up for free commenting, chat live, and just your ability to join the chaos of all of our shows. Then while you're there, swing by any of our videos, smash that Rumble Premium button, and level up. Subscribe now. Don't sleep on this. Hit the link in the description.